Hi, Diane. This is Tonina Mauro from PJ241. I'm going to be doing a recording with a presentation to go along with my entry one for my teacher researcher portfolio. So the entry number one is based on my current understanding of music, my experience of music with a little bit of a critical analysis or connection to one of the readings that was assigned this week. So just to start off, this is a visual representation of kind of where my initial understanding of music came from. When I was very little, I used to be put on the floor by my parents to crawl around and roam in the kitchen. And this is when I would start to pull out pots, pans, and any type of utensil I could take out to be some sort of drumsticks and bang them together and just start making noise and playing around with that music kind of feeling. So my earliest understanding of music was really freedom of expression, creativity, and just this feeling of exploration and just doing what my heart kind of told me what to do. As I got older, and when I was even small too, my parents used to sing a lot of nursery rhymes to me, both in English and in Italian. I don't have a full memory of that because I was really little, but that was definitely played a big role in my life as I grew up. And so a lot of this clapping would happen too when I was growing up, just to get me more involved into some of the nursery rhymes. A lot of them were clapping, but also handshaking and getting very physical with the music as well. As I got older, and moving on into elementary school, I actually took piano lessons for a few years. So on top of learning, the beat, so that steady pulse underlying music, learning kind of tempo as I got sang to all these different lullabies, and definitely dynamics, because if I sang too loud, I would either get in trouble. If I wasn't singing loud enough, my parents would encourage me to sing louder and louder and louder. So on top of all of those musicality aspects, I also started to develop musical vocabulary and this very basic ability to read notes. So I know the treble clef, the bass. I knew like the glad bags don't fall apart as an acronym for the different notes, which is over here, and just kind of the eighth note, the half note, how to hold a note. So these kinds of things started to develop a little bit more in detail in my mind when I had my piano lessons. Then I moved on and I used all of that knowledge to help me when I started learning the recorder. This would have been about grade 5, grade 6 in elementary school. And this was a really positive experience for my music background because my teacher had very little music background. However, she totally embraced that and her own learning process with us. It made me feel really happy and confident and provided me with a really great exemplar of what it meant to just try your best and have fun with something, even if you didn't feel like you were anywhere close to an expert in the subject. And this is where, again, I just developed a deeper understanding of reading notes and exploring language in a more academic setting. Moving on to my more intermediate years in elementary school, another really positive experience is when I joined the choir for a few years. I learned here how to follow a conductor and the different groups in a choir, such as altos and sopranos, as well as harmonizing. So now really getting to play with more of my voice than an instrument. That was really, really fun. I did it with a lot of my friends, and I was also really quite close. The relationship I had with the conductor was also my homeroom teacher. So it was really great and an amazing learning experience. My homeroom teacher took the learning that we did in the choir to the classroom. So I was really doing a lot of deep learning, going to choir at recess and then learning music during regular classroom time. And then when I look at my life now and me sitting at a desk, and I think of my connection to music, I think of the article, How the Arts Develop the Young Brain by David Sousa and the AASA. It mentions how studies have shown that listening to certain music stimulates the parts of the brain responsible for memory, recall, and visual imagery. Listening to background music enhances the efficiency of those working with their hands. This can explain why background music in the classroom can help many students actually stay focused while completing specific learning tasks. So when I was younger and I would be doing my work either at the kitchen table or downstairs, I used to be told a lot by my parents or my elders, stop listening to that music when you're trying to get your work done. That must be really distracting. How can you focus when you're getting your work done? And it just always felt like something that made sense to me and that calmed me down while I was doing my work. So now, as a grown-up adult, but still in the student role and hopefully in the teacher role soon, I now play full like Disney musical playlists while I'm doing my work. Sometimes I'll have the movie on just to have a little bit of that white noise in the background. And I find that that really helps me sit and get my work done in a happy way. So I'm really happy. Sometimes my foot starts tapping or my mouth will start mouthing the words. I'll take a little break and I'll have a little brain break and just sing the song that's on. And then once the screening of the regular movie starts playing again, I'll go back to focusing on my work. So it kind of also reminds me to take a breather and take a step back when I'm doing my work. And with that, I now realize that I will hopefully not fall into that stereotypical or that misinformed habit of telling students to, turn the noise down. Of course, if it's at too disruptive a level for other students or if there's any exceptionalities in the room. But if this is something that makes the students comfortable and actually helps them get their work done, then I will for sure be a teacher that encourages background music and music while they're doing their work at home as well. And that's all I have for my first entry. I hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to continue working on these as we go through our musical journey together. Thanks.